If you are a good person who has been doing a lot of good things in life, this video is for you. All right, this message is for you. I suppose you could call this a testimony, right? Now, back in 2021, in summer of 2021, I had gotten COVID. I was working at this place in Wyoming, a hotel there. Got COVID. I had to go home for 2 weeks, right? And during that 2 week period, I was not paid. So obviously, that was not good, right? I mean, you're in America, you're expecting to be working and paying your bills, and I had to quarantine. Didn't get paid. Anyways, after the 2 weeks ended, went back to work. I was working as a front desk agent. When I got to the front desk area, I looked outside. I noticed a car had pulled up. So I decided, all right, the front desk is covered. The agents are working. Let me just go outside and assist with the, with the luggage. As at the time, we never had a bellman. Went outside. This lady stepped outside. I greeted her and, I proceeded to the back of the car to assist with the luggage. Only like 2 small suitcases. Directed her husband to where the parking lot was, and he went and parked the car. Now, as the husband drove off, the lady gave me some money, right? When she gave me the money, I knew in that moment that the money that she had placed in my hand, right, wasn't only a few dollars, right? Because it felt like a quite maybe about 6 or so paper notes, right? So when I looked, I noticed I saw like a few $50 bills. So I held the money in my hand because I was wondering, was this deliberate? Was it a mistake? And I was there, chatting with the lady. And then she said to me, "Hey, I know what I gave you. That is for you." I said, "Thank you so much, madam. Thank you so much." Anyways, we walked into the hotel. She got checked in. I walked her to her room, showed her where everything was, the restaurant, where the pool was, what the hours of the different places at the hotel were. And as we got to her room, I just said to her, "Here's your room." And she's like, "Thank you so much." And I said, "Madam, I want to thank you because what you've given me here is going to pay my rent." She said, "What do you mean by that?" I said, "I had COVID." When I said that, she backed off a bit. And she said, no, not to be offensive. It's just that I had broken my arm or something, and that is why I'm showing you so much gratitude for your help, because my doctor says I'm not supposed to be lifting anything or carrying anything." And I said to her, "Madam, I don't know if it was God who sent you." I don't know if I had said those particular words to her, but this is going to help me pay my rent because I had to stay home for a 2-week quarantine and I didn't get paid. She said, "You didn't get paid?" I said, "No, they didn't pay us." She said, "Oh my God. All right, tell you what, wait right here." So I stood by the door as she went inside the room. She got her purse and she came back and she gave me some more money. Guys, there has to be a God, because it didn't make any sense to me that this lady would have given me that much money. When I checked how much money I had gotten from the lady, right, it was $370. Literally, I kid you not, I only brought 2 small suitcases, right? So if this is not proof that there is an Almighty, that there is a God, I know I should really be serving him, and I should, be closer to the Almighty, and I really am planning to get to that point at some point, right? Because God has been so good to me. God has been so good to my family. And I'm sure that a lot of you have similar stories. And this is just to show that when you are a good person, when you do good things in life, when your heart is clean, trust me, there is so many good things that will be coming your way. That there's a lot of blessings that are in store for persons like ourselves who do good in life. So continue being a good person, all right? Because there's a lot of blessings out there and the Father is watching. Blessings. One love.